I'm so excited, and so is the dog. It's my son's dog, Noodle, by the way. It's here. My 4-tier rotating bookshelf is here.
Moving pictures. Hello there, moving picture.
What's up, Dad?
I've been all around the world. Every city, every place. Always been a restless girl.
Oh, please don't be a whole bunch of pieces. Ooh. Okay. Bottom or top? So there are, you can get black or you can get like gold. And I chose black. Probably going to be a mistake. Black is terrible to dust. As soon as you dust it, it's dirty again. That's just the way it works. So, and there are 3 tiers, and then 4 tiers like this one, and then 5-tier shelves. And I'm looking at this and going, there's no way I want to put this together. I may have to wait for my son to come home. He likes doing things like, oh my gosh. He likes doing things like this. All the pieces. Okay, more importantly, where are the directions? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Really wish that I knew magic right now and could just like snap my fingers, wave my wand, and it'd be together. And the husband is home, and he's so excited to put this together.
I am. It's what I dreamed of today.
I told him that this would take about 20 minutes. I should have timed him.
No, you shouldn't have, because then he might actually quit in 20 minutes when it's a quarter completed.
Oh, he already walked away. I was like, he wasn't going to like that sound. So they gave us 1 extra of everything.
Almost 1 extra of everything. You know what they didn't give us any extra of? Beer. I just got 1.
Do you want to know what this is?
Something to help us get rid of a few of the many stacks of something or another's we have around the house.
This is my TBR shelf.
What?
He doesn't know what TBR stands for.
If we were in Milwaukee, it would stand for 10 blue ribbons.
Oh, brother. This is my life. Don't you be putting a can on my new furniture.
Isn't she lucky?
All right. Are y'all ready to see it? So, by the way, if you would like to get one of these, I do have a discount code in my description. You just have to click on the link. I love it. It is so convenient. And it just, oops, my gnome fell. It turns, it's awesome. On average, about 80 books can fit on this. Can you tell how excited I am about that new TBR shelf? Like, I've never had a TBR shelf before. Like, everything has always been like just put together. Now I've had TBR piles, like lots of them. So let's get started with my September TBR. I cannot believe I bought a mass paperback, because I wanted to try out like the cheesy, cozy mysteries. And plus, like, I never pay attention to them because I'm not a paperback kind of gal. But they're only $7.99. I didn't realize they were like so cheap, which makes sense, mass paperback. But this one got my attention right away because one, it had a dog on it, huge dog lover. Two, because it has a travel trailer, a cute little Shasta trailer here, and art. And then, so that was just the cover. And then I'm reading the back and I'm finding out that it is taking place, this is her little travel trailer. It's taking place in Gatlinburg, which is not far from here. I am familiar with Gatlinburg. And I was like, okay, there we go. A murder mystery. Oh, and it's an art fair. So art fair, which I have actually participated in art fairs. Art fair, travel trailer, dog. Okay, I'm sold. That will be my first read for September. Now the rest of these I am not doing in order. Just wanted to let you know that that's going to be first, because I figure it's going to be like a really easy read. So the next on the shelf was Where Trouble Sleeps. I am not sure if I have uploaded the video on where I got this from yet. So there's going to be quite a few books that you probably have not seen yet and that you will end up seeing in a different video because I haven't got to that haul video yet. So the reason I picked this one for September is mainly because of the cover. So just something about like the old black and white. Actually, to me, it's a little more sepia, I guess. And it just shouts fall to me. Just the old wood. I don't know. That's, you know what? It had to go somewhere. And to me, it just screamed fall. But I want to tell you this. I want to read this one little part to you. So that small town America at mid-century, good old boys, good little boys, little old ladies with loaded shotguns, and an ancient dog who predicts the weather. If you want to know more about this book, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification button, so that you know when all the bookish videos are uploaded, so you can learn a little bit more about this book during the haul. Next up, finally, I am getting on the bandwagon, Legends and... Yeah, most of you guys have already read this book, and I was really the reason I didn't buy it right away is I was hoping it would come out in hardback, but there was some type of sale at some point on Amazon, and I rarely buy books on Amazon, just want to put that out there, but it was only $8, and it's new. So I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead. And how can I not read this in the fall? Because we've got cinnamon rolls. I mean, that says fall all over the place. Teddy and Booker T. This is a non-fiction book. And I need a couple non-fiction books to read in September. So I'm a huge non-fiction reader. I cannot go a whole month without reading one. And plus, this one was loaned to me. I have an older friend who, she's kind of like a second grandmother. And she loans me a lot of the books that I read because we like to read the same things. And I really need to get this back to her. So that is why it is on this month's TBR. Next up, Murder at Queen's Landing. Check out this cover. This just screams spooky fall. And I don't know anything about the author, but let's just find out a tad bit about this story. The murder of a shipping clerk, the strange disappearance of trusted friends, rumors of corruption within the powerful East India Company, and all add up to a dark mystery entangling Lady Charlotte Salone and the Earl of Rexford in a dangerous web of secrets and lies that will call into question how much they really know about the people they hold dear and about each other. Now, this one will not be high on the TBR for this month, but who knows how many books I will get through. I am actually taking 7, 8, 9, no, a total of 9 nights. I will be on vacation, not at the same time, during September. So I will have quite a few nights that I cannot be distracted by laundry or cleaning a toilet or putting away dishes in the kitchen, you know, household chores, because I will be elsewhere. So maybe I will have more time to read this month. And another reason why I may get some extra reading done this month is because I'm actually flying. So what do you do on a plane? You read. And for all of you going, you sleep. Well, some of us cannot sleep on a plane even if we're actually exhausted. So if you can sleep on a plane, lucky you. Okay, so let's get to another cozy mystery, which again is so weird that coming out of my mouth, because I'm not one that has read a lot of cozy mysteries. I mean, the last time I probably really read a cozy mystery was probably a good 25 years ago. So, but this is the one that kicked it off and made me want to start reading them. And it's been a while since I've purchased this book, but check it out. The Diva delivers on a promise. Guys, I'm the Mouse Diva. How could I say no to this book? And it has a dog on it. Now, I've actually heard of this author before, a domestic diva mystery. So I did not know there was like a whole domestic diva series. And let's see, does it even say, oh my gosh, there's a cast of characters? Seriously? And it starts with a letter. That's always a win-win. So let's see. Oh, this was the other reason I bought it. So the author here, several of her books have been nominated for the Agatha Award. She lives in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. So I actually grew up in Virginia, and I currently live in the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. So that was the other reason. And oops. So let's see, just gonna read this one little blurb for you guys. Lifestyle maven Sophie Winston is coordinating a convention for ghost kitchens in Old Town Alexandria, which, if you watch my family channel, Life's a Whirlwind, you know that we travel a lot. We did go to Alexandria last year, and I have not had a chance to put those videos up. Like, something always trumps it. So at some point, I will get to putting the Alexandria, Virginia videos up. Okay, so anyway, and trying to keep a killer from making a deadly delivery. So this one will be high on the TBR list. And then we have another book from my friend. So again, I have a stack of books from her that I really need to get back. And When the Jasmine Grows. I'm sorry, but the brown and the yellow hues just scream fall to me. And I'm excited about this one because it takes place in North Carolina. Talking of impending war is a steady drumbeat. And this book does take place like in the South during the Great Depression. It says it's going to make an imprint on readers. Talking about how she remains committed to her principles and to her belief that her family will survive. But the greatest tests are still to come for a fractured nation and for those that she loves. So this is probably like in the middle of that current TBR. And then we have Balm, a novel by Dolene Perkins Valdez. And oh my gosh, I really do not remember where I got this one from. why did I, maybe if I read this, it'll tell me, it'll give me a little idea of why I got this or where I got this. Actually, I'm not quite sure why my reasoning behind putting it on the September shelf. I'm really not sure why, but it's there, so I'm gonna include it. So the Civil War has ended, and Madge, Sadie, and Hemp have come to Chicago in search of a new life. Now Sadie has, she can commune with the dead. And Madge has magical hands. So, yeah, they got me right there. And this takes place after or during the Civil War. It returns to it's during the Civil War. All right. Next one. Bill Bryson. I am so excited to finally own some Bill Bryson books. I have quite a few friends that have recommended his books, and I have been to a lot of secondhand stores lately, and I've been looking for Bill Bryson books, and I have found quite a few. So this one, just because of the wheat in the background, I thought, hey, why not read this possibly in September. I am a sucker for travel literature, and that's why I've been so excited about reading a Bill Bryson book. So this one's going to be kind of higher up on the TBR. And speaking of traveling, Steinbeck's Travels with Charlie, A Search of America. I love this edition. It is the 50th anniversary edition, so it actually looks like the original cover, which looks very fall-ish. Okay, I know you're thinking, what has this got to do with September? So Billy Bush family reigns, an extraordinary rise and epic fall of an American dynasty. Look at those Clydesdales. So my dad grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, which is the reason I am a huge St. Louis Cardinals fan. I'm a huge baseball fan. I played over 10 years of softball myself, and he loves to read anything about St. Louis or Busch Beer Factory, Budweiser, whatever. And Barnes & Noble just recently had their 50% off hardbacks, and this was included. And I thought this would make a great Christmas present for my dad. But here's the thing about me. If I buy somebody a book, I've probably read it before them. Because when I read books, I keep my books looking pristine. You will never know that they've been read, because I want them to always look new. I collect books, so I want them to be in the best condition as possible. So I will read this, and then I will give it to my dad as a present. And that's not bad. That's actually good, because then I can actually talk to him about the book. Okay. Oh, still life. I mean, come on. This is fall. This picture is fall. So here we go again. I actually got this at a used library. It's a used book from the library, but it's not a library edition. It's Friends in the Library, okay? And as you can see, it is actually a large print book. And my mom has basically went blind in one eye. So I tried to find her large print books. This will be a gift to her, but of course I have to read it first. And if I remember correctly, it's a mystery. Why? And you know, mysteries just scream fall. Like, that's when you need to read mysteries. Chief inspectors called out to a scene of a suspicious death in a rural village south of Montreal, and yet a world away. Jane Neal, a local fixture in the tiny hamlet of Three Pines, has been found dead in the woods on Thanksgiving morning. Okay, sorry, I'm moving this book to November. Did I accidentally put this on the wrong shelf? I did. It's Thanksgiving morning. Okay, nix this. It is no longer on the September. this is going to November, which will still give me time to read it before giving it to her for Christmas. Oh, The Haunted South. So I know this should be on October's TBR, but I have so many haunted books sitting on that shelf right now that I thought I would kick it off and read one in September. And the last one for the month, Two Trees, A Hidden Test Revealed. So this is actually written by an acquaintance of mine, and it is self-published. It is a religious book, but I wanted to support her, and so I went ahead and bought it. I don't know if I'm going to get to it in September. I feel like it's just going to be sitting there each month. Or it could be a book that I might read a couple chapters and then, you know, put it away for a while and then come back to it maybe the next month. Just because it's not really necessarily something I would normally read. But basically, have you ever questioned why the majority of churches today do not look like the church our Savior described through Scripture? Why is there so much division and confusion among the denominations, and should we keep the Father's laws and commandments, or were they all nailed to the cross? And basically she's talking about there's actually it's all been like a test. So I just recently got it, so it's going on the TBR, and it's not a long book, but it's just not something I normally read. But I am here to support. I just switched out a November book to add that one to the November, and just brought this one up to September. There was no particular reason that I had put it on the November shelf, just because I had already so many on September and October. So this one I also bought at the 50% off Barnes & Noble hardcover sale. I've been wanting to read this for so long. All the Beauty of the World, The Metropolitan Museum of Art and Me by Patrick Bringley. So this is, it was a security guard at the Museum of Art, and he's just talking about his experiences there at the museum, which is something right up my alley. So, and it's a short book, so it'll be an easy read, and so that makes 14 books on the September TBR shelf. And I'm sure that more will be added throughout the month. I actually have a Caffeines and Legend subscription box that just arrived yesterday. So I don't know what book is in that yet. So I don't know what shelf that's going to go on. I thought I was finished, but I actually had this book sitting beside my reading chair. I hadn't started it yet, but this has to like be read first, because our first trip this month is we're going to Wisconsin. We've already been to Wisconsin twice in the last 14 months because Mr. Mouse Diva's parents passed away. One last April, and one this May. And we're actually headed back there again. So those videos are up on my family channel, Lisa Whirlwind. So please go check them out. So, have you heard of any of these books? Have you read any of these books? Let me know what you're reading down in the comments. And, like I said, subscribe. Hit the bell notification button so you know when I upload another bookish video. And give this video a thumbs up because you love books. And until the next page.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I've been all around